Hello guys, what's up and welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's me, your girl barrister Neze, and this is Nezeville. It is in human nature to want to eat our cakes and have them, and if any human being could, they would. We all want to eat and not get fat. We love those apps, but we hate the gym. We want straight A's, but we find it difficult to study all night. Just how I love these braids, but I loathe the idea of sitting 9 hours to get them done. Human beings would always love the perks, the benefits, the results, but hate the process. And for these aforementioned examples, nature reminds us that it is not possible to eat our cakes and have them. So if you eat anyhow, you will be fat or unhealthy. And if you do not put in the work to study, you will not get that first class result that you desire. And just as nature teaches us every day that eating our cakes and having them is not a normal course of life, so also we as human beings are supposed to check other people's behaviors towards us to ensure that they are not eating their cake and having it with us. That is why as a young lady, for example, you must be firm and say, no, I will not come over to your house all weekend, wash, clean, cook, and still open my jolombi for you, giving you all wifely privileges while you keep me as girlfriend. That is me allowing you to eat your cake and have it. And what that would succeed in doing is having that man retain you as girlfriend because you have given him the cake that he's supposed to be eating as wife. And yes, if Sophia leaves Davido, he would flaunt and keep loving the woman that he loves, Chioma, while he keeps her as hidden projects in the bedroom. So it's good that Sophia draws these boundaries, stops Davido from eating his cake and having it. Tell him, no, I can't be your hidden project. I'm not going to be your best kept secret. Define what we are. I'm not going to be that woman who warms your bed for the rest of my life. Where is it headed? Are we getting married? Are you going public with me? If yes, let us proceed. If no, fine, I'm not having sex with you anymore. I'm not your booty call. That line, that boundary drawn, I find very impressive. But hold up. Hold it right there. Buy your break. Hello, have you given this video a thumbs up yet? Are you seeing my face for the first time, or have you been watching me without subscribing? Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, give this video a big thumbs up, drop all your comments down in the comment section, and stay glued because we have so much more coming your way. What I find also is that Sophia has a lot of feelings for Davido. Yes, feelings that Davido does not have for her. She wants more from that situationship, more that Davido will never be able to give to her. Yes, I said it with my full chest. If Davido comes today and says, Sophia, I want you to be my #1 woman, I want to marry you, I want you to be the girl, all these lawsuits will fly off the window. She would grab the offer with both hands. Even her publicly acknowledging that they got back together for the second time only a few years ago, a move that Davido will never make. In fact, he is almost ashamed to admit that, completely embarrassed that information even got out. He wants her hidden, but she wants more. So Sophia, they got back dating. You saw the letter. We got back together, dating. But to Davido, that was not dating. That was just a short rebound when he and Chioma had some issues around that period. To Davido, they were just having sex. She is just his bedwarmer. His wish may be to forever keep her a side piece. He will never take her seriously. She wants more, but this man will never give her more. He is already committed to another woman. She needs to understand that. She needs to engrave this fact in her medulla. So even if they reconcile tomorrow and they start talking again tomorrow, she should not lose down her guard. She should maintain her steez. Oh yes. Because if she lets down those guards, he will continue sleeping with her while staying committed and flaunting the woman that he loves. He will eat his cake and have it. Another thing that stood out for me in Sophia's response is this part. Let us read it very briefly. It says, the most important support that David can provide to their daughter is his presence and emotional support. Any decent parent who actively participates in raising a child will understand what parenting is all about. Parenting is far beyond seeing a child once in a while and taking a picture with him or her, or doing a 5-minute reel and posting on social media, and the Gen Zs will be like, oh my god, this is such an involved father, this is such a committed father. Paying the school fees, sending pocket money is important, but there are the real, many stressful, draining, tasking parts of parenting. The staying awake all night. The baby will sleep during the day when you're at work, then keep you up all night. You cannot sleep. Sleep deprivation. Some of them don't eat. You will dance, you will sing, you will jump for them to eat. After they finish eating, they will vomit everything. You will clean the vomit and make the food again and start dancing all over again, because you need the child to eat. The hospital visits, immunization today. Tomorrow the child's head is paining her. Next tomorrow is the ear. The day after is the leg. She has fallen down, she has wounded. She's sick, she needs admission. You go and lie down on the hospital floor. Today the child might need surgery. Next tomorrow, school requirements. You run for PTA, you run for open day, you run to the house sports, you participate in the house sports. Sometimes you fall down, you somersault on the field where you are trying to support your child. You take them for their sporting activities, you show up at their ballet lessons, you develop their interest. Oh, he likes basketball, you start taking him to basketball. You take her to the salon, you cut hair tomorrow, you do homework, you teach them how to pray, you teach them how to behave, you teach them how to do chores, you teach them the language. Your patience, your endurance, your time, your energy, everything will be tested and drained. It is a lot. And ideally, it is not a responsibility for one parent. It is not a job for one person. But I said ideally because in ideal situations, the husband would take some of the responsibilities, the wife would take some. But a baby mama, baby dada situation is not an ideal situation. And realistically speaking, you might not expect ideal turnouts. It is clear from what I read that Sophia requires, she envisages, she wishes for a more physical and emotional commitment and support from Davido to either their child or her and their child. She wants Davido to participate and partake in those other roles that are beyond financial. And I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but I can tell you for free that she may never get it. And the sooner she understands that, the sooner she would find peace and find a way to manage this situationship. The only kind of contribution that Davido might be able to give in this situation is financial. Then the once in a while picture that will be posted on Instagram and giving the impression of an available dad. Maybe phone calls once in a while. But he may never be as present as she would like him to be. I will never bash anyone for the decisions they choose to make. But the truth, the blunt and honest truth, is that when one chooses to have a child outside a marriage, there are several sacrifices that will naturally come from that decision. It is not an insult. It is not a shade. It is a simple action versus consequences principle. So this emotional and physical support that Sophia craves may never be met by Davido, and her constant disappointment in his unavailability might lead her consciously or subconsciously to maintain a position that will be detrimental in the interest of that child, because she would be upset that her expectations are not met. Why wasn't he here for her birthday? Why didn't he show up on this day? Why didn't he ask how she's doing? There would always be that disconnect. And to make Davido's case worse is that one, he is a celebrity, a superstar. Even wives, legally wedded wives of these superstars, they complain that the men are not emotionally and physically available many times. That was one of the grounds upon which Anita Okoye sought for a divorce from Paul. She said that he was never present. That is for wife, not to talk of baby mama. Two, another reason why this might be particularly difficult for Davido is that he is now a married man, and with the history of all that has gone down with him and Sophia, he will be extra careful of his activities around her and how much he even wants to be seen around her. From my own personal perspective, I doubt that Davido is the kind of man that would choose not to care for his child. I might be wrong, but this is my personal perspective of who the man is. He's not a saint, he has his many flaws, but when it comes to caring financially for other people, I do not see him as a tight-fisted man. This is a man that raised 200 million naira on his birthday, and instead of buying a gift for himself, he donated the whole money to motherless children. Even his friend, what's the name of this his friend? The Obama DMW guy that passed. Davido is solely responsible for taking care of his child's school fees, house, money, everything. Davido also has many children from many women, and none of these other women have come out to say that Davido does not care for his child. So I do not see Davido as someone that will not want to be financially responsible for a child that he loves and he bears and he keeps constantly fighting for. We have covered several stories on this channel where the women like Yvonne Jegede are saying, come and take care of your child. The men are not interested. Say, carry the child. When the child grows, the child will look for me. But we are seeing Davido constantly fighting, going to court about the child, named the child after his late mother. I can see a little likeness, even if it's to call it a little, I can see some likeness for that child. So I do not think that he would want that child to suffer. What I think is that they have failed to work and manage on their expectations and work out an arrangement that will be mutually beneficial to all parties, including and especially that child. And today I would like to talk to Sophia. I would like to advise her to be more careful, more thoughtful, and more intuitive. And for these reasons. One, I keep saying this in my videos and I will keep insisting on it. Men cannot be as emotionally attached and connected to a child as the mother will be. So one day, after all these court battles and fights and back and forth, one day that man would give up and leave the child for you. And who will suffer? Maybe not you. Maybe you'll say you won't suffer, but the child will suffer. Because when two elephants fight, the grass suffers, not the elephants. You may come on social media and the baby is speaking well, fluent English, and everybody is hailing you. You are doing a great job with the child, but there is a vacuum in that child that the father is the only one that can feel. That big English and good schools and vacation to Disneyland will not feel. There is more that the child needs. She needs that validation from her father. There is no woman whose self-esteem and well-roundedness hits the roof as much as a woman who grew up with the validation of her father. Now, if the father is absent, if he chooses to be absent, or if he's dead, or if the mother leaves due to an abusive situation, it's different. Then the mother would brace up and say she had no choice. But if there is a choice, please do not let go of that opportunity, because you would end up hurting that child. Especially a child like Imade that had already grown up to have some kind of relationship with her father. It's not like she grew up and she doesn't know what father is. She already had a connection with that man. So she's feeling the vacuum. You might not know. Children keep things inside. She's asking questions. Why doesn't my father want me? Why am I not seeing my father? Does it mean he doesn't love me? She might start dealing with abandonment issues. It will affect that baby. These battles would only hurt this precious angel of yours. And you end up rearing a child who would always seek the definition of what love is in the eyes of other men. A woman that would jump up and be excited at the first sound of I love you from a random man, because that word I love you, she hasn't heard it from the first man that she is supposed to hear it from, who is her father. Sophia, calm down. You may stoop to conquer. You need to lower your expectations. Court case will not help this situation. Lawyers would only eat your money and claim mouths. I am a lawyer, but your baby would suffer. Compromise. Not your body, but compromise your expectations. 2, these constant social media battles will end up deterring, repelling responsible and respectable men from coming close to Sophia. Guys, do you know that if Sophia gets a good, decent young man now, a decent man that has something good going for him, that can be present and available for her and her child, this Davido did this and Davido did that, would stop. She won't even remember that Davido exists. She will happily move on with that young man and her daughter and them whatever this Davido is doing. But I promise her that if this drama, this unending, unceasing drama continues, Davido has less to lose than her. Davido is married. He has several children. She would be the one to repel decent and responsible human beings from her. I believe that it is her wish to find a good, responsible human being and settle with. She's pushing to 40. But the truth is that no responsible man wants to be engulfed in all this Insta-block drama. Today, Davido has sued her. Next tomorrow, she has sued Davido. No responsible man will see that situation and want to jump in. The only kind of men that she would attract with all of this drama is the TikTok boys. The boys that are on TikTok doing like this. Doing one challenge after the other that want to even come into the drama so they can use it to gain popularity and be known. Those are the kind of men that she would attract. But if she stays on her lane, if she calms down, makes this drama and social media charade die, keep herself and her baby drama free. Look at this lady, for example, this Sumbo Adeoye lady. She was almost caught up in this madness with Two-Face Idibia. She has 2 sons for Two-Face outside wedlock. Baby mama, the same baby mama issue. And Two-Face was with Annie, his wife. There was also Pero, the other woman with other children. I think that one had 3 children for Two-Face. It was almost a similar situation. Sumbo chose to remove herself from the drama. Was not coming online to say Two-Face did this, bashing, fighting. And look at what happened. She attracted a decent, God-fearing man, a pastor. And she is happily married. The man took these Two-Face sons as his own sons. And they are happily married and doing their thing. Single motherhood is not leprosy. It's not a disease. Good men can still find you as a single mother, love you and marry you. But your presentation of your personality is key. And lastly, with all these social media banters, it has put a wrong tag on Sophia as that jealous baby mama, that bitter other woman. She may not be, but that is the tag that has already been put on her because of this constant social media drama. My advice for Sophia is to relax, to calm down, to think first of that child than focusing on what the man has done and has not done. Is to lower her expectations, to understand that it might not be everything that the man does for his wife or the children he has with his wife that he will do for you or your daughter. To accept that that physical presence and emotional support may be a responsibility that she might have to carry alone. And slowly, if she takes things easy, she might end up gaining on both sides. That other support might start coming in little by little over the years. But if she comes in with fights and fuss and lawsuits and denying the child and drama and all of that, she might end up losing out both that emotional support that she wants for her child and now the financial support. I really do hope that these 2 adults, these 2 agbayas, these 2 agbalagbas can reach a resolution for these long years of feud, because in all of this drama, the baby will be the biggest loser. The baby be the one to suffer her parents' indiscretion. What do you think about this, guys? If you have a word for Davido or if you have a word for Sophia, please drop down in the comment section. How do you think that this situation can be better managed? What do you think that Sophia is doing wrong? And what do you think Davido can also improve on doing? Do drop your thoughts, your feelings, your feedback and everything down in the comment section. So guys, yes, we have come to the end of today's video. If you're new here, you're seeing my face for the first time, or if you've been watching without subscribing, don't forget to hit the subscribe button, give this video a big thumbs up, drop all your comments down in the comment section and stay glued because we have so much more coming your way. It's me, your girl, Barrister Neze, and this is Nezeville. I'll see you guys in my next one. For now, bye.